Welcome to the show, guys. This is your host, Valentine. Hopefully, you guys are doing very well, guys. We made it to Saturday. You're watching this video, you made it. You, believe it or not, you are blessed, guys. Okay, guys, now to some real news, right? Let's talk about something that really matters instead of wasting our time on stupidity, right? The church shooting. We have a deranged person, a crazy person, a whatever person, and that's another thing that the media has you, and then people are running with this stupidity, like they're trying to make a point. Like, what should we call him? Should we call him a terrorist? Was he a mental this whatever person? Was he a mentally ill person? What does that matter? What does that take away or add from the fact that about 20 something people died? Does that help? I don't understand the stupidity of just let's define it correctly. Let's just try to get to a solution, guys. Let's talk about gun control, and that's another thing. The media also wants to tell when should you politicize the issue. We can't talk about politicizing the issue now, or not later, or what is the limit? And everybody's running with this stupidity. Everybody's running with this. Like, if it's, I don't know, the whole group think, guys, is for the people that just because you belong to a group, and that's what parties are great for, and teams, they divide people. People that belong to a group, they tend to think the same way, and they just run with the same thing, guys. Yo, think for yourself. Don't be part of no stupid group and just think the way the group thinks. Be an individual. I'm gonna read you the opening sentence, the opening two paragraphs from a New York Times story that I found, and it reads like this: A day after a gunman massacred parishioners in a small Texas church, the Air Force admitted on Monday that it had failed to enter the man's domestic violence court martial into federal database that could have blocked him from buying the rifle he used to kill 26 people. Under federal law, listen, under federal law, that means there's a law that exists in the books. The conviction of the gunman, Devin P. Keeley, for domestic assault on his wife and toddler stepson he had cracked the child's skull should have stopped Mr. Keeley, what mister? You don't deserve respect, you psycho, from legally purchasing the military style rifle and 3 other guns he acquired in the last 4 years. This is the thing. The left, the Democratic Party comes out and they're advocates of gun control. Let's do gun control. Let's take the guns away from the people. And then there's the conservatives, the Republicans, that say taking the guns away from the people and making the law abiding, the people that actually follow the laws, hard to forget is going to be worse, because guns are still going to be there. For example, look at Chicago. Chicago's one of the safest, well, let me go back. One of the quote unquote most heavily gun laws in the country, and look how the gangsters, what they're doing up there. They're killing themselves. Yet there's, laws on the books to stop that. I don't know. Can somebody, I would have loved this to be a huge channel already for somebody that is a pro gun laws that would just answer me this question: how are we gonna stop from criminals who don't follow laws to not get illegal guns? As it says here, under federal law, which there's a law, the killer was not allowed to get a gun. But as humans that we are and fail all the time, there's always gonna be cracks in the laws, cracks in the procedures, as it says here, that the Air Force failed. The Air Force failed to report it and was going to block him from this man for purchasing these things. Now, my question is that simple. If we pass, and this is the question, I hope that there's somebody that's going to listen to me. Somebody that is pro gun control, that wants to just do away with the Second Amendment and not allow good people to have guns. if we pass gun laws, if we make laws illegal in the United States, how can you guarantee me that the criminals are going to follow the laws? That's it. It cannot get any simpler than that. I leave it at that. If somebody has an answer for that stupid question in my logical mind that I have to answer that, let me know. As I was saying, the guns are going to take, the laws, I'm sorry, are going to take the guns away from the good people, right? Look at this, the story of the person that shot back at this man. As you guys know, the shooter went into the church, shot up the church, and then some neighbors heard what's going on, and he brought out the most terrible gun to known to humanity, the AR-15. He brought an AR-15 out. He shot at the guy. The guy stopped shooting, and he went, right. So we have it. This is the situation, right? We have a bad guy with a gun. And then we have a good guy with a gun. I think, and this is where I get to my point, my solution, because guns are engraved in the veins of the United States of America, as they should be. They allowed us to get freedom, and the reason that we are the way we are is because of guns. I have to do a big part of that. Guns are engraved in the veins of the United States. My thing is that I will say that more good people should have guns, because as of right now, the ones who have that advantage is the bad people, because it all comes down to the logic of bad people don't care about laws. We have Stephen Williford, this guy, as you guys see here right on screen right now. This was the guy who shot back at the shooter. So he shot back at the shooter, and then the shooter got in his car, his truck, and started going down the highway. Williford wanted to follow him. He didn't have a car. So he stops this white racist, as you guys see here, because this is how society, this is how the media wants you to believe that anybody who's white, look at the tattoos that he has. Look at that hat. Look what he has on that hat. Oh, that Confederate racist flag he has. This was the driver of the pickup truck. Williford, the guy who shot back at the shooter, stopped this guy here, this good Samaritan, told him, this guy shot at the church, let's follow him. And he got into the truck, and the guy that, according to the leftist media, that racist, went to follow that shooter and track him down. So we got two heroes here, two good Samaritans that we're gonna help. Imagine if these two people didn't show up. This guy shot like 100 rounds into that church. My solution is more guns for good people. Let's get to the last section of the show, guys. Turisteando the web. This is the part of the show where I see what I found good on the internet, and this actually brings me to kind of a serious moment, and where I express my condolences to the people who were alive on this day, and I just would like to say that I'm sorry, and here we go.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
Because a vision softly creeping.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell.
Valentine show.